Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time it's another death battle. Amy Rose versus Ramona Flowers from Sonic and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World respectively. Now, I will be the first to admit I have forgotten almost everything about Ramona because it has been years since I saw Scott Pilgrim. I have yet to check out the comics, and so a load of details will be new and fresh to me when hearing about them in the analysis portion. But I really did enjoy that movie, and I thought all the characters were fun and great. I loved the half pixelated like switch of styles in the movie. I thought visually it was a treat. I don't care any of the legit criticisms people brought up of it. Like, as an entertainment spectacle, it went above and beyond what I was expecting. And yeah, I'm disappointed that there weren't sequels to that, to be honest. That's how much I like that. If there's one thing I think I remember, it's that she skated between dimensions or something. It made her quite intriguing for Scott to learn more about her. She seemed to be there, but not really there. I do not remember the details, which I'm sure I'll be refreshed on her backstory as we go. I know that she was the one whose exes Scott had to fight, and that is the extent of my knowledge on her. It really is. I know a lot more about Amy Rose. Obviously, I've played many Sonic games. I've played the Sonic Adventure series, most of the original Sega and Mega Drive games. I've played a few of the console titles, including Generations, Sonic Heroes, and Sonic 06. Though obviously I quit before even finishing that. That was bad. But yeah, I haven't kept up with Sonic games in recent years, and I saw how ridiculously bad Sonic Boom was. And, I'm sure that there will be facts brought in for however Amy was improved with her redesign in Sonic Boom, or if she got any power-ups I wasn't aware of in later Sonic games that I haven't played. The only thing I really remember about her, my memory's going terrible and I'm still young, is the giant Pico hammer that she has. That's all I remember about her and what she can do. I think even in Sonic X, the anime version, which tried to give them the things to make them shine and stuff like that, I don't remember anything special for her. No, just the hammer. So I'll be reminded of stuff to do with Amy in this as well. So as of right now, I don't think I have it in me to predict a winner of this. I need a full recap on both of these characters. So we are going to get into that right now.
As the old saying goes, behind every great man is a badass woman with a big hammer. Something like that.
That is surprisingly common.
Exactly that. What could go wrong?
Amy Rose,
ooh, no thank you.
#1 fangirl.
And Ramona Flowers, the girl of Scott Pilgrim's dreams.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
That was such a cool final scene.
To analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
Gain the power of self-respect.
When young Amy Rose first heard of the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, she became immediately obsessed.
But while most
that's an understatement.
Girls would stalk him online or build a shrine in their closet, Amy dialed her
Helga was a creep.
11.
I guess you could say she was hooked on Sonics. Huh? Well, determined to meet her hero face to face, Amy decided that the best option was
that Sonic CD era, isn't it?
Of course.
Hey, the lady at the fair.
Hey,
never let
flagged.
me down.
Flagged for nudity.
Of practice, one reading finally predicted she would meet the blue blur on the mysterious Little Planet.
Yeah, that intro sequence was really cool for that game.
By the evil Dr. Eggman and used as bait to lure Sonic into a trap, but hey, first impressions aren't everything.
What's wrong?
That's true. We certainly wouldn't be working together.
Well, the situation for one.
I forgot my pants on my first day. It happens to us all.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, meeting Sonic wasn't enough for Amy. Despite her young age and inexperience, she made it her personal mission to become a part of his freedom-fighting crew.
So Amy spent some time building a badass skill set to convince her
Oh, I didn't know she had a cousin.
she'd be a valuable team member. And girlfriend.
It actually wouldn't take long. By running after Sonic, her sheer will and determination let her reach the super speed she needed to chase him down.
That's terrifying.
Keep in mind, Sonic's
I always thought that was just a balance thing that the game did.
65 miles per hour.
Didn't realize she was actually
Extra
quick.
terrifying.
Tell me about it. Apparently, she tapped into her innate hedgehog speed gene, which is a thing. Where the hell
Okay,
they got
then.
this, I have no clue. I mean, have you seen?
You see,
the
a game
hedgehog
I've not
run?
played.
They're not all that fast.
Apart from being quick on her feet,
Aww.
Amy can target specific enemies with the homing attack, charge up speed with the spin dash, and even turn herself invisible.
Right, by concentrating
All
on
right.
energy, Amy can somehow cloak her entire body from view.
She's obsessive, fast, and can turn herself invisible. It's like the Sonic gods made the ultimate stalker.
Well,
Yeah,
she still has
that
to
is
learn
weird
how
to
hide her
consider.
shadow.
That might be even scarier. But what
Yeah.
really gives Amy an edge is her signature
I remember
weapon,
that episode.
The Pico Hammer. God, that's a dumb name.
It's actually based on the Japanese children's toy of the same name.
I had a feeling.
Oh, this weapon would be totally stupid if it didn't create tornadoes.
That's right, it can create a pink vortex to throw at Amy's enemies. She can also use the Pico Hammer to double jump or spin through the air like
Though I
a
wonder
helicopter.
what made people
And if she
pair
loses
these two
it, she
characters
can
together
somehow
for a death
magically
battle.
Summon a new one out of thin air.
Really think you're moving on too fast from the whole tornado thing, Wiz. Tornadoes from the hammer. Hamnado.
Hamnado!
Said and done, Amy became good enough to join Sonic's squad, becoming a valuable member of the team.
She's strong enough to match the power of a 25-foot-tall metal machine. She
So
dazed the
that
Iron
was
King,
it.
a guy who can tank laser fire.
Just like
from an
Knuckles, her
army,
thing was
and
strength.
once threw her hammer hundreds of feet into
She
the
doesn't
air
get
to
much
knock Dr.
opportunity
Eggman's
to use
ship
it.
out of flight.
She survived a one-on-one match against Knuckles where she was crushed by a boulder over twice her size.
And even more impressively, she once wiped out half of an entire robotic invading force all on her own.
She may be
Yeah.
powerful, but she still
People
has some
often,
growing up to
like,
do.
put her down as
Amy
being
is
a stalker damsel,
clean
you know,
girl.
quite
She's
useless.
pretty immature sometimes, rushing into action without thinking.
But
Like when
she,
she was mind
yeah, when
controlled by
she's got it
Justin
right,
Bieber.
she's got it right.
Justin Bieber. Really?
Yep, he's a beaver who mind controls girls through the power of repetitive and uninspired music.
Jesus.
Brilliant.
But the most important thing
I've heard
to
that
take
Sonic
away
Boom
from
the
all of this
animation's
is that
funny.
Once Amy Rose sets her mind to something, she will get it done. No matter
Hey,
what.
exactly what I said.
Your rotten robots away from
She
our
can get
Sonic,
things
and you're gonna
done.
be sorry.
If the writers let her.
When Ramona Flowers first saw Scott Pilgrim, she was immediately unimpressed.
She just
Yeah.
wanted to do her own thing, delivering packages for Amazon Canada. But Scott couldn't
Oh,
get her
wow.
out of his mind.
Those supposed to be
Literally
the
in his
comics.
mind, which is weird.
It's not weird at all. No, it's just you have this really convenient subspace highway running through your head that I like to use. It's like 3 miles in 15 seconds.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Scott somehow managed to charm her into giving him a chance. But there was just one little, somewhat dangerous catch to it all.
You see, if Scott wanted to land his pilgrims at Vagina Rock, he had to...
Pilgrims at Vagina Rock!
God, screw that.
That's
Way
something
too much
worth
work.
remembering.
I don't care how hot she is. Find a new one.
Luckily for Scott, he did not have to fight them all alone, as Ramona isn't your typical damsel in distress.
Yeah, she's a badass. She's strong, tough, and damn
That
good
was
with
an
her
awesome
rope.
kick.
She's also proficient in numerous types of weapons, from mallets to swords, and carries multiple on her person at all times, such as her titanium baseball bat.
And her giant
Scout
hammer.
much?
It might look plain to you, but when Ramona wields this sledge, even Gundam robots fall to pieces.
It also gives her a +2 bonus against girls.
That doesn't sound very impressive.
Sure, it's a tiny number, but in context, all power-ups in Scott Pilgrim's world use small numbers for big changes, so it's actually
Balls.
not half bad.
Well, either way, somehow she keeps all her weapons in her purse. How the
So
hell do
plus
women
2
do
against
that?
girls includes
That's
Amy.
not just any person.
So her hammer's
It's
even
her
stronger.
Subspace suitcase. It may seem like an ordinary bag, but it's actually a door to an extra-dimensional hammer space.
Okay.
Literally.
Subspace is a series of pocket dimensions available to certain people through extra-dimensional doorways.
Dimension in a bag. Got it.
It's more of a doorway, and the dimension it leads to exists inside Ramona's head.
Huh,
She can
that's
even
like
control
Steven
the
Universe,
pocket
red and
space
yellow.
with her emotions.
Jesus, what the hell were these writers on?
Heroin. And by that I mean a strong female protagonist.
Of course you did.
Heyo!
What's with you today?
Without Ramona's skills,
I like how their roles are sort of switched today.
Succeeded in defeating the evil exes.
Like when she fought Roxy, her ex from her sexy phase. Roxy is strong enough to knock Scott so hard he smashed several steel I-beams, which would need at least 3,000 pounds of force. And Ramona's taking
That speaks for his toughness in surviving that.
No problem.
She's also got many years of experience under her belt. Even when she was just around 12 years old, she could fight off an entire army of older jocks all at once.
She's strong enough to send people flying dozens of feet through the air with a smack of her hammer. And she's so fast
Bonk.
and nimble on her rollerblades, she can keep up with ninjas. Man, this chick's got it all.
Don't get too starry-eyed just yet, though. Ramona has her fair share of problems.
Yeah, this is what I need to hear.
The only reason Ramona has so much control over her subspace in the first place is because one of her exes infected her with the glow.
Ah, the glow, huh? That's a rough one. I've got it too.
Wait, really? You have an energy field which turns your own emotions against you?
Yeah, that's what I have. On a completely unrelated note, Wiz, how long should one's genitals normally,
That is an amazing episode of The
Exactly
Simpsons.
0 seconds.
Okay, well, it's a good thing I don't have that problem then. But roller coaster
Sure.
emotions aside, Ramona is one hell of an ass-kicking girlfriend any man would be lucky to get with.
I think you need a doctor.
Well, then Gideon best get his pretentious ass up here, because I'm about to kick yours out of the Great White North.
That's a line.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
Okay.
But first, if you're one of those people who
Thank you
eats
for a
food,
but first.
then I have some great information for you.
I'm muting that right now. Ugh. Now you see, I am going to go with my gut here and say that Ramona's got this. I just think everything that they were listing to do with the things she's done and the strength she's capable of, and she's got the bigger variety of weaponry, I just don't see Amy measuring up. I seriously don't. I mean, if they can explain why Amy would win, I'd be all for that. But as it is right now, I just don't see it. I think I can make this a 90% sure prediction this time. Before, it was closer to 50-50, and I didn't know who was going to win, but this is 90% Ramona, I think. So we'll just have to see if Amy can surprise me in some way, because that's not knocking anything she's done. I just think Ramona's a lot more impressive. Here we go. Oh, I might have expected we'd go a little bit pixelated. Ah, game effects. Love it. There's some misunderstanding over Sonic. How dare you copy me? Here we go, hammer to hammer. There is an MC Hammer joke somewhere in here. Damn! Yeah, she does have good power, even if she's not as fast as Sonic. Oh. Ah, using her ability. Oh, a switch of perspectives. Wow. so what else can happen now? Okay, back in reality. Tornado! What did Scott just do? Saw him slam into the wall or something. Ouch! Well, can she get up from that? Okay.
KO!
Go 10%.
Game over.
Screw
Ramona
me.
may have been the smarter and more level-headed of the two, but Amy just had the edge in almost every other category.
You see, I didn't get that from the analysis. Maybe I didn't pay enough attention.
Sonic. To be clear, she's definitely not as fast as Sonic, but she's certainly capable of catching up to him at times. Ramona stood no chance in the speed department, so she had to rely on her skill and strength. While
Which
they
I
both
thought
had
was
similar
enough.
Strength feats like defeating giant robots or whacking people a huge distance with their hammers, Amy's feats go several steps beyond anything of Ramona's.
Really?
Take Amy
Okay,
throwing her
here
hammer
comes the
at a ship
science.
in the sky, for instance. Given the height of the ship and Amy's location, it's likely she had to throw her hammer at least 2,100 feet. While her hammer's exact weight is unknown, its head is large enough to be compared to the biggest sledgehammer ever used by man, which was 64 pounds. In order to hit Eggman's ship as hard as she did, she must have thrown her hammer with 2 tons of force at bare minimum.
Uh-huh.
And we're really lowballing that.
And that was just the first throw. The second one made the ship spin over, putting it way higher than 2 tons. Ramona at her best could take a hit from Roxy, who can dole out at a max up to 1.5 tons of force.
Okay.
Whereas Amy survived being crushed by a boulder, which
Yeah, alright. So
weighed
it's
at least
a
4
matter of
tons.
durability
Ramona
and getting
couldn't
those
admit
hits
it when
in.
she brought the fight to her subspace purse mind.
But when Ramona's ex Gideon was trapped in that subspace, he was able to escape by destroying her bag. As Amy is stronger and faster than Ramona, there's no reason to believe she couldn't do the same. And with
Right,
Ramona's last
okay.
trump card out of commission, all Amy had to do was finish her off.
Looks like Amy rose to the occasion.
Oh,
winner
what a
is Amy
brutal way
Rose.
to go. She got smashed in by that hammer.
Next time on Death Battle.
Close that. Oh, wow, okay. So this is what I also appreciate about a good death battle. Even if it doesn't go the way you expect, they can still convince you with their reasoning at the end, and that's what happened here. Yeah, I didn't properly consider what Amy can tank. I was more focused on what each character could do offensively. I thought, oh yeah, Ramona can do more feats. You see, that's before they brought in the science of Amy having 2 tons of force behind her, at least. So, you know, that kind of thing would have factored into it if I'd have known that beforehand. And yeah, overall, I really underestimated Amy, and I think that's from not playing the Sonic games in a while, or this is the kind of stuff you can only deduce after analysing it, like these guys did, because I would never have thought that Amy Rose going into this battle could beat a lot of people. You know, I'd have put Amy as the loser in a hell of a lot of fights, because she's forever been memed, talked about, and chided for being the weakest Sonic character that serves no value other than to crush on Sonic. She's had all this stick thrown against her, and I think over time her good qualities have been lost to time. People have just forgotten. Well, at least the public at large have forgotten, and that's extended to me. And I apologise to Amy for that. Like, it's easy when a character gets so much against them for so long, in such a large quantity, that you start to accept it as truth instead of fully learning everything you can about the character and deciding for yourself. Yeah, I have been shown the error of my ways, Squirter, and I thank you for that. Yeah, this was a very, very good battle, and I do understand why they went with the result that they did. Though Ramona is cooler, I will say that. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this one, but I'm really looking forward to the matches that are coming next. So I'll see you guys next time.